Hello there guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and on this video there is lots to negotiate about. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has recently discussed his plans ahead of the Premier League restart, and reportedly he has told our players to rediscover their edge ahead of our first game against Tottenham when the season does resume. And he does say as well that Man United have been working on new ideas, and he is confident that we will continue where we left off and that. So, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has revealed his plans. Now, of course, the game against Tottenham is 13 days away. It is on the 19th of June. And I am, really looking forward to it. And it is Friday. Friday is the 19th of June. Of course, the Premier League has been suspended for around 10 or 11 weeks now. And it's going to be a very interesting game against Tottenham. Of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is looking to beat Tottenham for the third time as a manager. And he's also looking to beat Jose Mourinho for the second time as a manager, because he's already overcome Jose Mourinho once. Now, don't forget, we were supposed to be playing Tottenham. Was it on the 15th of March? But obviously, due to lockdown, the game could not go ahead. And obviously, before the football season got suspended, don't forget Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was talking about what he's changed at Manchester United since he replaced Jose Mourinho back in December 2018. But I'm actually, very confident, that we can beat Tottenham, to be quite honest with you. Because like I've said, our record against the top six sides this season's been very impressive. I think we've taken like 17 points against the big six sides this season. And like I said as well, before the football season got suspended, we was in a good vein of form. We are unbeaten in our last 11 games in all competitions. So, Solskjaer will be under pressure to keep this good run of form up. There is 9 games to play in the Premier League. There's 92 games to play in all competitions. Don't forget as well, we have got a fully fit squad, like Solskjaer confirmed the other week. Obviously, we've got Marcus Rashford now, that's back from his back injury. We've also got Paul Pogba, that's now back from his ankle injury. And they've all been very impressive in training, like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, recently mentioned in that. With Tottenham, they've also got a fully fit squad as well. Obviously, they've got Harry Kane back. They've also got Human Son. Tottenham have actually, had quite a few injuries this season. I think, the mistake Tottenham did make, well, was obviously, recommending Jose Mourinho win. Because obviously, Jose Mourinho is no longer a manager at the top level. He has got a good pedigree behind him, reflects on the amount of silverware that he has won, but no longer now a good manager. Could be one of the next managers sat in the Premier League, could Jose Mourinho. Now, obviously, I think Jose Mourinho so far has made quite a few signings at Tottenham. I think Tottenham got Jedson Fernandez. Obviously, they got Steven Bergwijn, Giovanni Lo Celso, so I think they got him permanently. There's a few players they've recruited in recent years. They got Ryan Sessegnon from Fulham. They got Tanguy Ndombele, who I think is their most expensive sign. They got likes of Serge Aurier. They got Davinson Sanchez quite a few years ago as well. But I think Mourinho's actually made around 2 or 3 signings so far at Tottenham. Tottenham have seen quite a few of their players go. Don't forget, they lost Danny Rose. He went out on loan to Newcastle in January. They also lost Christian Eriksen. He endured around 7 years with Tottenham, did Christian Eriksen, so he was a long-serving player for them. Was it around 6 years ago now or something? They lost Gareth Bale, and they also lost Luka Modric, and that did Tottenham. But yeah, so they made a bad mistake by recommending Jose Mourinho win, and I think Tottenham should have stuck with Mauricio Pochettino. Tottenham made the wrong decision by getting rid of Mauricio Pochettino. Pochettino endured 5.5 years, was it, with Tottenham. And analysing the vast majority of his tenure, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top 4. I think there was one season, where actually, Tottenham were close to winning the title. I think the closest they came is a season, when Leicester won it, of course. Pochettino, just hasn't won out in terms of silverware, so that's only my element of concern about him. But prior to that, I think, he's a very, very good manager. Don't forget, Pochettino got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final last season, you know, and obviously, I think he's managerless at the moment. Uh, he's managed 3 clubs so far as Pochettino. Of course, he managed Tottenham. Obviously, before he was at Tottenham, he was at Southampton. He enjoyed a short tenure with Southampton, but he guided Southampton to their highest ever finish. And before he was at Southampton, he was at Espanyol, was Mauricio Pochettino. Don't forget, Pochettino's been linked with a managerial role at Newcastle. Don't forget, we was in for Pochettino before Solskjaer got the job permanently in March last year. The main explanation Solskjaer got the job permanently was reflecting on what he did in that 3-month period when he was the interim manager in that. So this, like I mentioned, this is going to be a very, very good game against Tottenham, and it's going to be interesting to see how Ole Gunnar Solskjaer approaches the game, what 11 he puts out and that. So I am really, really looking forward to it. But like I said, there's a few things that Man United have got to look forward to, when the football season does resume. Like I said, the top 4 is a priority for us. We are chasing that top 4 because we do want qualification for the Champions League for next season. We are sitting 5th at the moment, and we are just 3 points behind Chelsea. Also, too, the FA Cup's a priority for us, and the Europa League's a priority for us because that's a chance for us getting some silverware on the board under Solskjaer. We are into the last 8 of the Europa League. We are into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. So if we could win both of them, or at least one of them, like I've mentioned before, it would be a memorable first full season for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. It really, really wouldn't. And, we have got Norwich in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. So, we should progress to the semi-finals and that. And, yeah, so it would be very, very good if we could get some silverware on the board. The last game we did play was the 5-0 win against Lask, if you do remember rightly. And the last Premier League game we played was our 2-0 win against Manchester City. Was our 2-0 win against Manchester City in that. But like I mentioned on one of my other videos that I did the other day, Solskjaer will welcome a selection of dilemmas. So these decisions that Solskjaer and Manchester United have got to make for when, the season does resume. Obviously, we know that David De Gea is going to remain our number 1 goalkeeper. That's already been confirmed. David De Gea has been our number 1 goalkeeper for several years. Who's going to be our first choice left back? Is Luke Shaw going to remain our first choice left back, or is Brandon Williams going to become our first choice left back? Because Williams has done very, very well this season. I think who will be our centre-back partnership? Will it be Lindelof and Maguire? Because they've built a fantastic partnership in our back line. But now Lindelof's facing competition from Bay into Anzebe because they're back from injury. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka's going to remain our first choice right back. Diego Dalot's the backup. I think our first choice midfield will be Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes, and probably McTominay or probably Fred. And probably, Matic will drop to the bench, but will still get given his opportunities, And yeah. And like I said, we've got to make a decision on Angel Gomez's future because we've not yet got him a new contract and his current contract expires at the end of this month. So we need to make a decision on his future. We also need to make a decision on Diego Dalot's future because in recent weeks it says that Barcelona and PSG have been interested in him. But I think Solskjaer's determined to keep Diego Dalot. More or less we have now resolved Paul Pogba's future. So these decisions that we've got to make, probably Solskjaer needs to work out his best formation. Probably has an idea of what formation he's going to go with for the 9 remaining games. Solskjaer has been changing formation persistently this season. A lot of the time he has been going with a 4-2-3-1 formation. A few times he's gone with a 4-3-3. Quite a few times he has gone with 3 at the back. From my own perception, will look more expansive with 3 at the back. So, these things, that, these decisions, that Manchester United do need to make. But, yeah, and, so Jose Mourinho's going to be reuniting with Manchester United again. Like I said, Jose Mourinho did endure 2.5 years at the football club. But I giving you the main explanations why it didn't work out under Jose Mourinho is because he had bad disputes with the board, bad disputes with the top players. Basically the board weren't backing the signings that I wanted to recommend into the football club and that. Jose Mourinho did win 2 trophies in his first season. That was the Europa League and the League Cup. And analysing, the vast majority of this team, it is Jose Mourinho's. There's only a few players that have left who Jose Mourinho, of course, brought in. So let's just put into the equation Solskjaer's inheriting the vast majority of Jose Mourinho's players and that. So there you go. And like I said, there's big decisions that Manchester United have got to make in the summer transfer window, what players we're going to recommend in and, what players, of course, we are going to get rid of. Solskjaer's already revealed his plans for the summer transfer window. He wants to make around 3 or 4 signings because he believes we need around 3 or 4 signings to become title contenders next season. And he's already identified the areas in the squad where he does want to strengthen up. Obviously, he wants to recommend a right winger in. He wants to recommend a midfielder in. Still looking to bring a centre-half in, even though we have got a lot of centre-halves in the team. And of course, our priority targets are Jadon Sancho. He's our number 1 priority target. Jack Grealish, he's another one of our priority targets. Also to Kalidou Koulibaly, he's another one of our priority targets. So too is Dayot Upamecano. It also said we're interested in Joe Rodon. We're seeing him as an alternative to Kalidou Koulibaly. By the way, Solskjaer's no longer interested in recommending a striker in because Odion Ighalo recently extended his loan at the football club until the end of January 2021. So Ighalo's going to be here for another 7 months. Don't forget we did pay just over 10 million to extend Odion Ighalo's loan. There is no option to buy or there's no obligation to buy Odion Ighalo at the end of the loan. So after his loan, probably will go back to Shanghai Shenhua. Ighalo may find starts now difficult, with Rashford back and that. But like I said, before the football season got suspended, Ighalo did very, very well. He's got obviously 4 goals in 8 appearances for the football club so far as Odion Ighalo. And obviously as well, we don't want to get a striker because Solskjaer wants to see the development of Mason Greenwood and that. This has been Mason Greenwood's first full season in the senior squad and he scored like 12 or 13 goals in all competitions this season, Greenwood. But I think he's a good backup. He really, really is in that. So this is why Solskjaer's no longer interested in recommending a striker in. But Solskjaer still wants to continue the policy of recruiting young British talents to Manchester United like he did do last summer and that. So there you go. And like I said, the summer transfer window will be Solskjaer's 4th transfer window as Manchester United manager. Because obviously, so far Solskjaer's enjoyed 3 transfer windows at the football club. And obviously, he's recommended 5 players in and spent just over £200 million. Last summer, he brought Daniel James, Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. And in January, he brought Bruno Fernandes and Odion Ighalo in. And like I did say, didn't I, the signing of Bruno Fernandes has definitely saved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job at Man United. I think with wins against the likes of City and Tottenham this season, that also saved Solskjaer's job at the football club as well. But, like I said to you, I have seen improvements under Solskjaer. Like I said, the top players have improved, but I think players in general have improved. We've definitely improved in the transfer market under him and that, And, yeah, I've seen definitely, things have improved under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We are going to get rid of players in the summer transfer window, like I mentioned. I think we're probably going to get rid of at least 5 players in the summer transfer window, maybe just a bit more. So we are going to generate money in that aspect. We've got an idea of the players we're going to get rid of. I think, we are going to get rid of Phil Jones. We're also looking to get rid of Smalling and Rojo on permanent transfers. Smalling's out on loan at the moment with Roma. Rojo's out on loan at Estudiantes. Looking to get rid of Sanchez permanently. He's out on loan with Inter Milan at the moment, is Sanchez. And don't forget, the Inter Milan sporting director did say the other week that Sanchez will stay at Inter Milan until the end of the season. He says Inter Milan were looking to extend his loan. He joined Inter Milan on a 10-month loan, did Sanchez, last summer, and I think at the end of the loan we owe around, is it £6 million or something like that. Despite the fact that Sanchez is on loan at Inter Milan, we are still paying the vast majority of his wages. We are paying him, what, £300,000 a week, and Inter Milan are paying like the other £100,000. The other £100,000 and that. You know, but Inter Milan have got no option to buy Sanchez, or there's no obligation to buy, but it could be hard for us to get rid of him permanently, reflecting on his substantial wages. Sanchez did endure a difficult 18 months at Manchester United. I think we're also going to get rid of Jesse Lingard. We're also going to get rid of Andres Pereira. You know, we're going to get rid of them because, you know, they're very, very inconsistent as well. I recently gave you the news regarding Lingard, didn't I? And it said that AC Milan were interested. It also said Lingard recently spoke with Smalling and Ashley Young over leaving the football club. Obviously, in Atletico Madrid have been in for Lingard before as well. But like I said, reflects on Jesse Lingard's status at the football club. And the years he's been here, he should be putting much more better performances out. Lingard, you know, has not registered 1 goal or 1 assist in the Premier League for over a year. So that just proves how inconsistent he has been. Probably, you know, there's a few players we'll loan out. I think James Garner will be loaned out because he's found game time very, very difficult. Tahith Chon, in reality, should be loaned out, but probably won't be because, you know, he's found game time also very, very difficult as well. But maybe, you know, when the season resumes, you know, some more of the youngsters, you know, will get more opportunities in that, because I've credited Solskjaer as well, you know, because he has promoted the youth fantastically well and that. And, you know, Solskjaer did say in general anyway, when he got appointed in as Manchester United manager, he did say, you know, everybody, you know, would get their chances to express themselves. And that's exactly, you know, what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, you know, has currently done. So we are going to get rid of quite a few players in the summer transfer window, but Solskjaer, you know, has got rid of a lot of the deadwood anyway since he got recommended into the football club. I think a total of 19 players have departed the football club since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got recommended in. Around 9 senior players left, and I think around 10 young players left as well, you know. But there is a lot of uncertainty for the summer transfer window because, like I mentioned, there's a lot of clubs are going to face an unprecedented summer transfer window. But I think we can enjoy the perfect summer transfer window. And don't forget, Ed Woodward was talking the other month, and he said, you know, we won't do business as usual in the summer transfer market. And what he meant is, you know, we won't be spending hundreds of millions of pounds. He ruled out Galactico signings at Man United. But he did say, didn't he, we will still remain competitive in the summer transfer market. And don't forget, Ed Woodward did say that he is willing to back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And he's also assured that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is safe. Maybe Ed Woodward does believe that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the foreseeable future for Manchester United. Like I said, we haven't only been critical of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer this season, for the vast majority of this season, because a lot of Man United fans have been critical of him. We've been critical of Woodward, not only this season, we've been critical of Woodward for several years. And the main explanations why we've been critical of Woodward is reflecting on how poor our recruitment policy's been. Obviously, you know, with his poor selection of managers. Because obviously, you know, we have sacked 3 managers since the Alex Ferguson era. You know, we sacked David Moyes. He endured 9 months at the club. We sacked Louis van Gaal. He endured 2 years at the club. We did win the FA Cup under the Louis van Gaal era. And we sacked Jose Mourinho after he endured 2.5 years at the football club. And of course, he's also been criticised for us overpaying for players because, you know, we have overpaid for players, especially in recent years. So these are the reasons Ed Woodward has been criticised in that. You know, and Woodward's been here since 2012 and now it's 2020. So this has been his 8th year at Manchester United. I was very, very critical of a lot of players earlier on in the season because they was not performing to the standards as we should expect from them. Also, too, I've been very, very critical of the Glazers for several years. You know, the Glazers have been at Manchester United since 2005 and now it's 2020. So they've been here 15 years, yeah, of the Glazers. You know, so yeah, there you go. So there has been a lot of problems at the football club for several years. There's been a lot of problems at the football club. And don't forget there was stories coming out the other week saying that we'd taken a £140 million loan from the £150 million revolving credit facility, to help us get through the coronavirus crisis and to help us get the right calibre players. Because as you all know now, our net debt is just over 429 million. Because it confirmed a few weeks ago now that our net debt had risen up by almost £130 million and that. But, it'd be interesting to see how Ole Gunnar Solsjkaer approaches the summer transfer window. It really, really will be interesting to see. But like I said, Solskjaer does deserve at least another season at Manchester United, because it is a transition period, and it's been a transition period for a while, but like Solskjaer revealed at the beginning of the year, he's hopeful that we can get through this transition period, and he is still in the process of rebuilding this Manchester United team. He's Solskjaer and that. So yeah, he does deserve more time at the club, and at the moment Solskjaer's been here now nearly a year and a half, including, the 3 months when he was the interim manager. There's still some Manchester United fans, though, that are saying that Solskjaer, isn't the foreseeable future for the club. And there's some Man United fans saying, we need a manager in at the top level, like a Jurgen Klopp or a Pep Guardiola and that, But he does need more time, to build the next great Manchester United team. Because like I mentioned, not every manager settles in straight away. Jurgen Klopp didn't settle in straight away at Liverpool. Don't forget, Ferguson didn't win out in his first 4 years at the football club, but then look what he went and accomplished. One of the most decorated managers of all time. Ferguson endured 26 years at Man United and won a total of 38 major honours under Alex Ferguson. Won a total of 38 major honours under Alex Ferguson. So it does take time, for some managers to settle in. Like I said, Man United is the third club in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's managerial career, because obviously, before he was at us, he was at Molde. He did alright at Molde, won a few Norwegian titles with them. Before he was at Molde, he was at Cardiff. He enjoyed a very, very short tenure with Cardiff. I think he only managed around, 29 games for Cardiff, but the main explanation why he got sacked from Cardiff is because, he did get Cardiff relegated and that. So I'll admit, I've got reservations about Solskjaer. I think he's got, around 2 years left on his current contract and that. But like I said, let's see who Manchester United can sign in the summer transfer window, because we want to challenge for the league next season. Because like I said, at the moment, City is strides ahead of us, Liverpool is strides ahead of us. This has been the 7th season we've failed to mount any kind of title challenge up. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. The last time we won it, was in Alex Ferguson's last season. But yeah, and obviously, on my video yesterday, I gave you the news, didn't I, on Jadon Sancho. The news now on Jadon Sancho. There's been stories coming from The Independent saying that Liverpool are closely monitoring Jadon Sancho's situation, and they are planning a club record deal for him. But I think Liverpool, are willing to wait until next summer to try and sign Jadon Sancho. That's, of course, if he doesn't leave Borussia Dortmund in this summer transfer window and that. Now, don't forget, Jadon Sancho was recently fined by the German Football League for the haircut picture. Don't forget, he recently said that Jadon Sancho flew to England without permission, so he had broken lockdown rules. Recent reports have also said that Real Madrid have also been interested in Sancho. He says also to Real Madrid, I think, are planning to sign him next summer instead of this summer. Chelsea have obviously, been in for him. Barcelona have been in for him. So there has been quite a few clubs interested in Jadon Sancho. Now, we're facing a dilemma over the transfer of Jadon Sancho, because I think reportedly Solskjaer's transfer limit's been set, and reportedly we're not willing to pay any more than £70 million for any player. And £70 million is not going to be enough to get Jadon Sancho, because Borussia Dortmund have said that they do want at least £100 million for Jadon Sancho. But we've already confirmed we are not willing to smash our transfer record for the player and that. But I think, Jadon Sancho did reveal that if he was to leave Dortmund, his preferred option would be a move to Manchester United. And I've outlined a few reasons, why I take Sancho. because he's got a very, very good friendship with Rashford. He's also, well proven in that in the Premier League. But there's possibility chance that Sancho could stay at Dortmund until next summer, so he could stay at Dortmund for next season. The other week, Dortmund would try to extend his contract, but I think Sancho did tell Dortmund that he does want to leave. Borussia Dortmund. But we first expressed our interest in Jadon Sancho in 2017, so we have been interested in him since the Jose Mourinho era. So we have been in for Sancho for a very, very long time. And it did reveal back in February that we had a £125 million bid turned down for him. This is, what it had said. So, yeah, I think this is one of the biggest transfer sagas of the year, is, this thing regarding Jadon Sancho. But he could stay at Dortmund, like I mentioned, for next season. I've got to make an admission, he's been a revelation since his arrival in Germany. Dortmund only paid $8 million for him from Man City, so Dortmund are looking to make a huge profit on the player. Sancho's got a contract with Dortmund, though, until 2022. This has been his third season with them. Dortmund is the third club in his playing career, because before he was at Dortmund, he was at City. The main explanations why he left City is because he didn't get any first team opportunities, and before he was at City, he was at Watford. He began his footballing career at Watford. Did Jadon Sancho began his footballing career at Watford, yeah. And like I said, Borussia Dortmund beat Paderborn 6-1, and Jadon Sancho scored an hat-trick in that. That was his first start in the Bundesliga since the Bundesliga returned, because obviously, he's just recently recovered from a calf injury, and don't forget, Jadon Sancho paid tribute to George Floyd. So we're still looking to get a deal over the line for Sancho, but now Liverpool have stepped in, because obviously, Liverpool have missed out on Timo Werner. It's looking likely, Timo Werner is going to be going to Chelsea. I think I heard a report saying that Chelsea are set to sign Timo Werner next week, because recent reports were saying that Chelsea have agreed to get him. Chelsea are going to pay around 54 mil, is it? Could rise up to 60 mil. But his release clause is around 53 or 54 million. Chelsea have offered him a 5-year contract worth around £200,000 a week. Don't forget, it did reveal in February that Solsjkaer and Timo Werner had a secret transfer meeting. So obviously, discuss a possible move to Man United. But I think, Paul Pogba stopped Timo Werner from coming in, because obviously, now Paul Pogba's going to be staying at Manchester United. So, the news on that. And like I said, I'm very, very excited about the prospects of Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes playing together in our midfield, because they've not yet had the chance to play together in our midfield of Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. And I think they can, play together in our midfield. I really, really do, And I think, Bruno Fernandes is key to Paul Pogba's future. And I think, if they can form a good midfield partnership, I think Paul Pogba, can sign a new long-term contract at Manchester United. As it stands at the moment, Pogba's got a year left on his contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for a further year, and I think we will extend his contract for a further year and that. So there you go. And like I said, we've got around 9 players' contracts that are due to expire next year, and this is something else we do need to sort out. But to be fair, a lot of players' contracts have been extended since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer got recommended in to the football club and that. So there you go. So there you go and that. And that's everything to update you today, guys. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless you all again very, very soon.